how Nigeria's political landscape is already heating up ahead of the 2027 general elections, with early signals of a high-stakes battle that could redefine the country's democratic trajectory. At the center of it all is a growing momentum within the opposition, particularly the African Democratic Congress, ADC, is positioning itself as a potential rallying platform for a broad coalition aimed at unseating President Bola Tinubu and the APC. But serious questions remain. Can Nigeria's historically fragmented opposition truly unite behind a single candidate? Will zoning and regional balancing once again determine the shape of the presidential ticket? And perhaps most critically, does any opposition alliance currently possess the political structure, national spread, and electoral strength to challenge the power of incumbency? As economic pressures, governance concern, and shifting political loyalties begin to shape the national conversation, the road to 2027 may ultimately be decided not just by political ambition, but by strategy, unity, and credibility. Tonight, we'll break it all down for you. I'm being joined by a lawyer and a member of the ADC, Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, who is live for us here in our studio. Many thanks for joining us tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much, and good evening to Nigerians.
Yeah, that those of us who have been holding your party's feet to the fire to say, we need the ideology. What does your party stand for? A conglomeration, a coming together of strange bird fellas. That is a definition of those of you who have formed the ADC today, because these are people that some of you have said you will never work with, but now you are sitting in the same room. So what are the ideologies? And thankfully, we saw the manifesto committee presenting his report yesterday. What does this portend for your party?
Well, first and foremost, the ideology of ADC is rooted in the constitution of ADC. Article 3 of the ADC's constitution is very clear. In pursuit of the welfare of the people and the welfare of the nation. We are a welfarist party,
just like
by virtue of our constitution. You have just named a demon around here, and you may need to exorcise your studio. Now, what I'm saying is...
Which demon is that? I didn't mention any demon right now.
Oh, well...
Which is the demon are you talking about?
Like I was saying, our party
I said ADC, is that the demon?
You said ADC.
Yeah.
Just mention an angel. So why are you counting the living among the dead?
Which is the dead now?
So as I was saying, Shehu,
are you making reference to APC as the demon?
It's just a corpse. It's just, I will come to that. But I am talking about the living. And please, don't search for the living among the dead. As I'm talking to you, if you want me to move into that, you have your president who is treading upon the blood of the martyrs in the Northeast, who is treading on the blood of Nigerians that are being killed in the name of red carpet in London. A president who went to London to celebrate, his vice president went to Anambra to celebrate, and he's there with his minister of defense, treading on the blood of the martyrs. Let me tell you, for the death of 6 members of the Armed Forces of America, Donald Trump went personally to receive their corpses in a dignified transfer of heroes. But here, our martyrs are being killed. The members of the armed forces are being massacred by the incompetence and corruption of APC, who could not provide more boots on the ground, who could not provide them modern equipment to fight. Even the Boko Haram people are using drones. And these people are barely fighting with their hands, no morale. And you have your president who could not suspend his visit to United Kingdom on a state visit. And you know the most caricature thing about it? He went with his minister of defense. So 3 most principal people in the security of Nigeria are out when Nigeria is bleeding. And you call that a living party? Honestly, Nigerians will soon begin to be offended to mention that APC. Let me tell you, APC is for the powerful. ADC is for the people. I remember what Rauf Aregbesola Ogbeni said. He said ADC wants to produce a government it owns, not a government it's a possession to. APC has now become a possession to Bola Tinubu that pockets it in his pocket, that nobody can rise up to tell him, Mr. President, you are riding Nigeria to become a corpse.
So are you saying that the president should have cancelled the London trip?
Donald Trump cancelled his trip to China. They've just lost 12 men. And they regard it as serious. In a day, 23 men, 108 injured. In a day. And every day we lose men, we lose people. And the job of this president, he's the most traveled president in the world.
Do you think that it is coincidence? I mean, what do you make? So the president is planning the trip and the terrorist attack,
yes,
just about the time when he was preparing to leave the country. Do you think that is coincidence?
How can it be coincidence? Is that the first? We have terrorist attacks every day. From Kwara to Ibadan, to Kogi, to Yobe, to Benue, to Plateau, to the east, to the west, to the north, to the south. Everyday occurrence.
So you wanted the president to cancel that trip and do what exactly?
Sheung, when we talk about dignified transfer of heroes, we are talking about proving to the people that you have human blood running in your vein. It's about telling the world that you prefer to respect the blood of your martyrs to riding on their blood and dancing on their graves in the United Kingdom. That red carpet there is the blood of the martyrs that Tinubu is treading upon. He should have cancelled it. Cancelled it without equivocation. Why go with your Minister of Defense? Why would the Vice President be celebrating in Anambra State? It is, I can't believe it. I am a lawyer to the army. I feel embarrassed that oh my goodness me. You don't understand that the death of one military man, it's a hit to a nation because their morale is boosted when you at least recognize. Because as they are going to fight, it can be any of them. So they derive their morale from how you treat the one that is fallen.
Let me ask you, your party's delivering to the world is manifesto. The question is, what differently does your party hope to deliver to Nigeria, to convince Nigerians that your party is a serious party?
Look, first of all, we are not going to embark on defense. We are going on offense in every part of what we're going to do. This lame, incompetent, lying, and corrupt government, the only thing they do is to politicize everything, including security. I was in your station the early days of Tinubu, and I told you that state police will not come. That Tinubu will continue to play the politics of it. And I tell you that Tinubu is incapable of solving the security problems. That's why it is metastasizing all over the nation. He is incapable. Why? You don't have enough boots on the ground. You have a lot of ungoverned spaces. Hunger and hardship is increasing. Suffering of people increasing. They are easy to be recruited. Criminality is not being punished. And Tinubu and his cohorts, they say they talk to the terrorists nicely to release the ones that they have. And you can imagine that more than hundreds of people are kidnapped at a time, and they will release the whole 100 and nothing happened. So I'm sorry to say this, that the government is now part of the criminal gang that is buying and selling Nigerians. So Nigerians are worth the level of slaves in Tinubu's government.
Is that a fair statement to make?
They are, when you pay ransom, what is it? Even if it is by private individuals.
The government says it's not paying ransom.
It is the duty of the government to protect lives and property.
But the government says it's not paying ransom.
Says,
but you have alluded that the government is paying ransom.
Says,
that might be a false
when they say
statement
they
to
are
make.
talking to the terrorists nicely, what are they saying?
But it never said they're paying ransom.
They never said they paid ransom. But they will tell you that they released the 100 persons to you.
You are inferring that they paid.
handsomely.
Without evidence. As a lawyer, you know what that means.
Of course, and you know that in law, there is circumstantial evidence. No terrorist will release a person he risked his life to capture and detain free of charge. As what?
Let me ask you, why should Nigerians look the way of the ADC? And there are a lot of people who will say, in the past government that some of you have heavily criticized, you've got a coming together of some of these elements, sitting in one room and wanting to remove Bola Tinubu and the APC. And if these are the same elements of people that you heavily criticize, and now you're coming together with them to say you wanted to remove Bola Tinubu and the APC, is it not hypocritical of some of you who are mouthing these tendencies?
First and foremost, I do not use the word never. And people have already known about that. I wonder what other instruments that you want to use to remove a government in power, if not the power of the people. You are looking at politicians and you are saying, these people, these people. And I've always told people, membership of political party is constitutionally free and you cannot stop anybody from coming in. You know, APC tells you a bunch of lies and you believe it over a time. They say strange bedfellows. They were more strange in 2013. As a matter of fact, Buhari didn't want to touch anything Tinubu with a long spoon. So their marriage was simply for power. But we are not organizing people that are strange to each other. We are organizing people that have even worked together, even in the past.
So let me say.
So when they tell you all those strange bedfellows,
yeah, because exactly that's what your party is right now.
But please,
let me ask.
Just give me your evidence. Give me your evidence.
Mr. Peter Obi was of the Labour Party in the 2023 elections. Mr. Atiku Abubakar was of the PDP in the 2023 elections. Mr. John Oyegun was of the APC. Mr. Rauf Aregbesola, a very good friend of President Bola Tinubu, probably one of the closest person to him. I don't know whether he was closer than to the president than his wife, but he was deeply very close with him. In fact, some people say he's even more than a friend, was a spiritual ally to President Bola Tinubu. And I've mentioned 5 different tendencies, political tendencies that have come together, and all of these people are coming together in one room. How strange could it be? Or how stranger could that be?
Very good. If I take you to history lane, all the people you have just mentioned have worked together in affiliation. Atiku, Obi, 2019. Presidential and vice presidential candidate. Is that strange?
But they were on different trajectories. They preached against each other in the 2023 election.
No, that's what I'm saying. And that's the nature of politics.
So Nigerians should accept. Nigerians should just accept that politicians never hold any ideology. Whatever they present to us, we just take it. Is that what Nigerians should say?
Good.
Because I'm asking you to tell Nigerians why they should see the ADC and those who come together under that party differently. Are they now born again? Are they now saints?
No, that is why you yourself is the one that doesn't have ideology in your questions. Because you just told me these are strange
bedfellows.
And I have proved to you that they are not strange.
They are actually strange.
No, they move according to the locality of politics. Every policy is local. There's nothing strange about it. And there is no permanent interest. There is no permanent enmity. Ideology may be what brings them together from time to time. We are in a nation. You have the North, you have the South. You have the East, you have the West. And we are a nation that have ethnic and religious considerations. These persuasions make people to have different alliances from time to time. It is normal. So using it to say it's strange, sorry.
It's interesting that you have normalized the abnormal
there is nothing.
In a real sense of it, it's abnormal in some sense. But Bali, you're a very good speaker. You're a lawyer.
Trump was a
so
Democrat
it's easy for you to debate.
Democrat is a Republican now.
But Nigerians,
is there anything abnormal about
Nigerians are wise people.
Tell me,
Donald Reagan was I would like you to clarify, Mr. Okonkwo,
Democrat
what I would like you to clarify
is
whether Nigeria should now see you differently from what they used to know. Because as it stands right now, we're going into an election that will be heavily contested, and we know it. If Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar were to combine their votes in an election, if that was possible, they would have defeated Bola Tinubu. And if the two of them are in the same political party, that means that it's a combination of a lot of voter strength. But the question I'm asking tonight is, you have an El-Rufai who is of the ADC who said that it was a time of a southern candidate. For the issue of fairness and equity, where do you think will be best for your party to zone it?
All right. Let us now talk arithmetically and talk quantitatively. From 1999, a southerner was at the saddle of office. By 2007, he did 8 years. Now a northerner came in and did 2.5 years and was gone. Nobody remembered 8-year rotational arrangement. By 2015, let me just summarize, because a southerner took over. And by 2011, for instance, the South has done 10 years of their time. The North has done 2.5 years. By 2011, the South has done 13 years and a half. The North has done 2 years and a half. By 2015, that is the arrangement. Now, another came in, and this is where people make the mistake. They say he spent 8 years. He spent 8 years to compensate for the Obasanjo's 8 years. No Northerner had spent 8 years before then. And even after he spent 8 years, you know what? By 2023, the North had done 10 years plus, and the South has done 14 years and a half. And so by 2027, the South had done 17 years and a half, and the North has done 10 years and a half. So assuming that the North produces the president to do for one term to complete the system, in 2031, the North will still be having 14 years and a half, and the South will be having 17 years and a half. I am a Southerner. Do you think I will ever work for anything that will terminate or tamper with the interests of the South? No, it's not possible.
So you think that ADC should align with the northern candidates in 2027?
ADC should throw it open, and whichever side that gets it in 2027, there is no injustice in it. I have just explained to you the arithmetic sense of it. So we cannot, in 2022, 2023, APC zone their presidential ticket to the North, and they zoned it to Senator Lawan. Even when rotation was what should be done, Tinubu rebelled and contested and defeated APC and pocketed APC and put Senator Adamu Abdullahi, disgraced him out of office, disgraced Gandhi out of office, disgraced. What he does is disgracing them. You know why? Because he is the possessor of APC. That is what we are trying to do with in ADC, to produce a government that we own.
All right.
And so in PDP did not zone at all. And then in 2027, you're talking about injustice. Look at the justice that I have talked to you arithmetically, and tell me the injustice. I will never stand against the interests of the South, for indeed I'm a Southerner.
Kenneth Okonkwo is a lawyer and a member of the ADC. Many thanks tonight for coming on to the program.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. That's our show for today, everyone. Many thanks for coming and for watching, everyone. I'm sure Kimberly. God bless Nigeria.